Okay, so let's talk about the show Beef, which stars Steven Yeun as well as Ali Wong. This is from Netflix. We got a chance to see this at South by Southwest. They showed a couple of episodes there. And let me just tell you something, Netflix. You make more shows like this, you are going to dominate, because this is exactly what I've been wanting from Netflix, from any like streamer or anybody making TV or any of that. This is a show that is just outstanding, and I'll tell you why. But before we get into it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. We're on the road to 30,000 subscribers, less than 3,000 to go. Super excited to get to that. But let's go ahead and talk about this show that I think is just outstanding in every way possible. So like I said, this is from Netflix, and it is so good. So this show basically deals with two strangers who, through a road rage, interconnect their lives, and things just go downhill from here, ups and downs, roller coaster of a ride. And it was a show, going into it, I had my own notions about what it was going to be, but as it progressed, it kept surprising me, and it is such a bingeable show that you just keep wanting more after each episode. And I myself kept wanting more after the end of finishing it, and I was just like, I need to see more of this show already. So this show basically, like I said, deals with two strangers played by Steven Yeun and Ali Wong. They get into this altercation, this sort of road rage incident, and after that, their lives just start spiraling with one another, and it just turns into some of the most outrageous, very retrospective, very personal, very comedic, very dark, and just like, it gets you in the feels at times. It does all of that very well. And there's a ton of characters in here as well. You just are not just focusing on Ali Wong's character, Steven Yeun's character. You're focused on their family, their friends, and everybody, where all of these characters don't feel like 2D cardboard cutouts of just sort of aiding to this main character and like just propping them up like you see in a lot of TV shows. No, each of these characters have their own problems, their own things they're dealing with as well. And you really start to develop these relationships and feelings for all of them, which is something that's very interesting for a show to do, to balance all of these characters and all of these storylines very well. But here it is done flawless. There's definitely a lot of 90s influence when it comes to the music, which is great to hear, especially a lot of alternative music here. And I really did enjoy that aspect of it, because it does definitely add more weight, especially to the endings of episodes or sometimes in between. So there's a lot of there going with the music as well that's paired so well, and I really do enjoy when there's needle drops here and there as well. I think the cinematography here looks really great as well, very clean, very cutting edge of sorts, and it just very much so encompasses the feelings and everything that's going on in this show, because like I said, this is sort of having its comedy moments, but at the same time it is a very dark show that deals with some very heavy feelings as well as themes throughout, that I think makes it such a adult show at the same time, where you have these things that are very like easy to mess up and talk about when it comes to movies or TV shows, because it can sort of come off a little bit too college essay feeling, and not really natural as to how people actually feel during these moments. But I think the show does a good job at really executing these themes in a more human way than just a sort of college essay type vibe to it, where it talks about like depression or things like that. It feels very natural and human the way it does it, and I feel like it's something that everybody can sort of come across and feel like, yeah, I understand what the show's saying, because I know, or I myself have felt like this way before. I know someone else who has, things like that. So I did enjoy that the show's writing is done in a way where it is very natural and human feeling like. So that was definitely a big plus there. And the story in itself is so invigorating as well, because each time you think that the story is going to tie up, you notice that something else gets unraveled, and it's not done in a way where it's going to be just, oh, for cliffhanger's sake, let's do this. No, it's something that was coming and it was building up to that. And if you go back and watch the show, you can see that all of that was starting to snowball, and as our characters think that things are about to cool off, that snowball is still coming for you, and it was already like started in the first episode. These cliffhangers aren't just happening to happen, they're happening because it is just a natural progression of things. And so that made the show a lot more better when it came to that, because it didn't feel like it was just trying to be formulaic. It was definitely following exactly what the story was giving, and I really did enjoy that. Like I said in my Twitter quick review, I said that Steven Yeun and Ali Wong are on top of their A game here. I think that they do such a good job at representing these very complex individuals that are dealing more than just with anger issues. There's so much things going on in their lives as well that is making them be the way they are, that when you see it all unravel towards the final episodes, you start to have this better understanding of where they were coming from in that first episode, and why all of these bottled up emotions just came off in that road rage incident that started the snowball effect for everything that happens in this. A lot of the characters in here are definitely also very great. Like I said, the side characters themselves are also very much so at the forefront. None of them ever fade into the background. All of them have their own things they're dealing with. Very much so a standout performance here from David Cho as the cousin for Stephen Ewan's Danny. I think that he did such a good job. He was very much so that comedic relief, but at the same time, there was something personal happening with him as well that made you see him as more than just that comedic relief. And that happens with a ton of the other characters in here, from Ali Wong's husband to Stephen Ewan's brother as well. All of them are dealing with their own things, and it really showcases throughout, and I really did enjoy watching it for that. Like, I could definitely see many seasons with this writing and these characters and actors involved of this show, because I think that what they were able to accomplish was just so great, and honestly one of my favorite things, if not top 2 or top 3 of the year from movies and TV shows. So I'm definitely excited to see what comes next from Lee Sung-jin, who is responsible for creating this show as well, because I think they were able to craft something that was just beautifully done. It is very touching, it is funny, it is dark, it is comedic. I think I already said funny, but it is very funny, honestly. There's a lot of laugh out moments here, and there's definitely a lot of moments that are going to have you in your feels and really have you like feeling like, damn, things just took a turn for real, and a lot of oh my god moments as well throughout, where you're just like, I cannot believe that just happened. I need to see already what's going to happen in the next episode. So it's going to lead to those moments where you're just watching this at midnight or 1 a.m. and it's already going to be like 3 a.m. the next thing you know it, and you're still like, but I need to finish this. It is just that good, honestly. So overall, I say that Beef is my first 5 out of 5 stars show this year, 2023. And like I said, Netflix 101, we need more shows like this. Do more shows like this. Get more people involved like this. This is definitely what it is that we want from our streamers, from anybody in particular when it comes to content. We want more of these shows that definitely are more of retrospective human qualities to them. We don't need the same stuff that you keep on doing. Is like we're not even gonna get into that. That's a whole nother video. But I think that this is definitely one of those shows that everybody's gonna definitely enjoy. So I'm excited for what comes next when Beef releases. We'll talk more about the story in itself. No spoilers from me until the show comes out later in April. So stay tuned for those videos. But as always, that's going to do it for me. Like I said, we're on the road to 30,000 subscribers. We got some more reviews from South by Southwest coming all week. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you're subscribed and notification bell on. Less than 3,000 for 30,000. I'll see all of you next time. Stay safe. Stay positive.